It's okay. You can see it. Um, how else I can see anything? It's okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, hi guys. Welcome to today's live stream. Um, I'm a bit late today, and this one being the second episode of Get to Know Paul Cratch. And last time we just did an introduction. We never interacted more. But for today, I I have I am prepared to tell you about myself, about um, you know the music journey, how it all started, and today we're gonna be um, I'm gonna be like you know telling you guys this story about how it all started, and I hope you guys will just interact with me as well, and yeah, that's it. Um, I think I was 7 years. Many of you says um, says my profile, um, um, my bio. It says it all. I started the music when I was 7 years, and I started it when um, um, I was in a Sunday school, and somewhere in Naivasha, Kenya, in an assembly church where 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 we used to attend as a family. Myself, um, my brother, two sisters, and my mother. So actually, you see how the Sunday school setup is always like. I remember I was that kid who was a bit funny when it comes to you know uh, showcasing themselves. Um, I used to be that kid who, um, when after the performance of the Sunday school, I would remain standing in front, ready to perform again, alone, right? So yeah, that's how I started. It was 7 years, and I think I remember my mother used to compose songs, but she happened to do gospel music, and so I used to find it funny when she could just be in the kitchen cooking and then singing all over. Um, and we used to be there just waiting for her to finish cooking. We never used to be that comfortable when she's singing instead of cooking. So I used to find it so annoying. um, my my older sister, her name is Anne Jerry, who is also a musician. She also do gospel music. Happened to be with my mother in the kitchen, cooking and you know singing with her and everything. Yeah. So my mother used to like write songs. She would compose and then she would teach us. Um, she'd be like, you know, you'll be singing this verse, you'll be singing the chorus, you'll be singing. So that's how we were like. So there's a song my mother wrote, which used to sing in my mother tongue, Kikuyu, Swahili, and English. So the song was all about the Good Samaritan in the Bible, and then she taught us how to sing that song, and it became my favorite. So that's how it's all started. Like that is, that was the first song I ever sang, and um, everyone will see a funny version of myself in the song, and um, um, yeah. It's good to see you too, Kivumbi. Hey, how are you? Um, yeah. So the song happened to be my favorite, and it actually became mine. Like I became, I became the best um, performance, version of that song, and yeah, that was me. And now from there, the school part now, the school. I remember in school I used to sing as well, and um, okay, I was those kids who will be in front when it comes to singing and performing, but I never used to write songs. But I remember my first song was "Walking," the one I did with a friend of mine who happened to be a school colleague. Um, um, his name was Peter Maora. Yeah, we used to call him LC, the stage name. By then, my name Paul. Was not Paul Crash. I used to call myself PK. So yeah, so that's the journey, my childhood journey. But what happened to motivate me most in music is that I used to see my mother doing it. I used to see my sister doing it, and there came a time when doing it was like fun. Like we used to do it for fun. We never used to like put it in mind that it can take you anywhere. Me, I used to think that rehearsing, composing, singing, or performing in the church. Um, Basically, we only used to say to perform the song in the church, and then yeah. So I remember some days sometimes I used to in school I used to like we used to learn a lot of songs like English songs. I was very poor in English, and I remember the song. There's a song we used to sing a lot, almost uh, every Sunday. The song was "Go Tell It on the Mountain." If if I was so smart, the song was like I used to sing it very funny. Like I would sing the song, listening to the melody, but I didn't know the lyrics. So the funny part of the whole thing is that people used to enjoy singing and performing, but they used to make fun of me a lot. They used to laugh at me doing it, and there came a time when I was not comfortable with that anymore. Like it became too much, and I couldn't hold it. Like sometimes I even started, getting like, yeah, like anxiety. Anytime I stand in front of people, they start laughing at me and making fun of me after. But I came to when I was growing up, I came to realize that how it happened to be is that I used to sing the song very funny. Like I would just um, follow the melody and just sing the song with my own lyrics, um, just like a normal kid um, who would just sing a song without understanding the lyrics and all that. So yeah, so that's me. There's a time, okay, there's a time. The first time I entered to the studio with my mother. It was this time she was dropping us to school, me and my brother, and then she took us for a shopping, and then I don't know what happened, and she was not able to like, you know, to hold up the things. So she took us to a studio because it was still early for us to get to school. I remember they were doing mastering for a certain song. It was a Kikuyu mother tongue song, and when we were me, my brother, my sister, my mother, and um, we were just me and my siblings were watching my mother doing the song, or doing whatever they were supposed to do for song mastering. So um, I remember they finished doing the mastering. Um, the producer's name was Eddie, and then my mother walked out the studio, and and Eddie asked me and my sister, "Who among you like want to be like your mother, singing and recording?" And we both showed the interest of um, recording. Like, of course, um, I thought it would be fun, and yeah, and my sister was the first to get to the boat, and then she sang a very nice song written by my mother. But uh, it was my turn to get to the boat. Whatever I did that day, like, made me regret doing it, because at that time I had a you know a rap song, and then instead of singing, I started rapping, and um, I think the lyrics I used was not comfortable with the producer, so he had to stop me from doing it. So I felt discouraged because I was like, hey, how can I just try it? Somebody's just kicking me out like that, you see. So yeah, so that's how it was. But I felt like um, I'm not supposed to be doing the rap and everything, so I hated rapping. So my first song was a rap song. Yeah. So when I think, okay, the years went by, and like until the time I now decided to go to studio myself and to do my own songs. So I used to write. I started writing songs. Um, like I had a textbook. I had a book where I used to write songs, and so I used to write a lot without knowing or without having plans for the recording until the time I recorded my first song. My first song was called Bye Bye. Um, so I never completed the session because of I was busy and I was kind of not serious and everything. Um, till the year 20, 2017, 16, when I traveled to Mombasa just to meet my Mombasa, Kenya. Mombasa, it's a coastal region in Kenya, where I went to meet my friends who does music, who was already recording and everything. I did my first song, my first successful, record, um, audio recording, which was the name of the song is Kizunguzungu Tone, which means dizziness tone. The song, okay, I was not good in, aligning the lyrics or arranging the lyrics. Um, so I struggled a lot doing that particular song, and I was lucky to have this producer by the name Moz Touch. Mustard producer was the one who made my first audio successful. Um, Kizunguzungu Tone became my favorite, the favorite in the studio. I remember my producer was doing mastering for that song. There was a time I was busy, I was off studio, and I received a call, and just to discover that my producer was the one calling me, telling me that there was some artist um, who wanted to see me in studio, and he told me to run or to rush and um, make my way to the studio. So when I got there, I found these two guys. One was a rapper, one was a one was a bongo artist. So the rapper's name was Jakabuda. His name is Jakabuda Kenya. And then there was another artist. So the name was um, Nelson. He was calling himself. Do you remember that? Oh, I'll remember as we go continue. So one day I was okay. That day I like went blank, and when I entered the studio, the I was so surprised, and I was so um, you just step in a studio. Like I'm not a professional. I've just gotten myself in a studio, and my producer tells me that these guys want to do a song with you, and they don't have anything in mind, and they wanted me to come up with an idea of any song or anything to do, and then they gave me time um, to rehearse. So we rehearse, we spend for more than 6 hours in the studio until we make this successful song called Lie. So Lie was, I remember I only composed the melody, and then my producer did the rest on the instrumental and the beats. But um, okay, the rapper was okay. The guest rapper was also busy. Like he was also writing his rhymes there, and almost completing his verse. And then um, Nelson. Okay, being the bongo artist was the one who came up um, with the chorus. you know, the one who composed the chorus. So remember me, I only had the melody. I only came up with the melody, and then Nelson came up um, with the chorus, and then I was the one to do the chorus, since the song was supposed to be mine, and then yeah, so that's how it all started. After we did that, I was, damn, the first time you got in yourself in an ideal stable where you are the one people are looking up to in a studio, ready to see what you can do, and having that confidence of, yes, I can do it, yeah, yeah, and then at the end of the whole story, I succeeded, like, um, yes, I was able to record the chorus, and it was complete. And then I also did one more verse, but the first verse was done by the NLC. The last verse was done by Jakaboda, and then the lie became a hit also. So that one being my second song, and yes, after listening to the song, I started becoming more attached to it, and then I started developing this, interest of being in studio every time, writing, composing, and everything. So now I started recording instead of just writing songs, and yeah, that's was it. So we'll continue with the story. Let me see uh, what we have here. Yes, Chloe, hi. Um, yeah, you said hi. Okay, hi. How are you? Zach Chloe, hi. Kivumbi, uh, Kivumbi. Who's calling me an alpha? Okay. Uh, Shelik, Shelik Sandian. Oh, hi. How are you? Um, do you have any question for me, or do you want me to continue with that? Uh, Shelik, hi. How you guys doing today? Yeah, guys. So that's my story. That's how I started. That's how we would get to know Paul Cratch. And yes, hi, Siri. Yeah, doing music is not easy, um, because it has challenges, and I became to realize a lot of challenges comes from your surrounding. You know, comes from from your own activities, come from your music, and yeah. So yes, yeah. Sometimes you even have courage to do it, but there'll always be something that holds you back. But the most important thing is having a courage and having the consistency. um, prioritizing yourself, ensuring that yeah things are moving. Yeah, so I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, just if you're joining this live, um, yes, I've told my story, how I started doing music, and in case you missed anything, please um, don't you worry, because you will only watch this video after. So yeah. Yeah, so in case of anything, just let me know in a comment section. And next week I'll be sharing. I'll be sharing more about my story, and um, feel free to interact, to ask any question, and even to give me suggestion. Sorry about the live stream. Our sound was it's not so nice. Um, okay, but we'll improve on that. I hope next week we'll have the rightful equipment for this. Mm, yeah. So guys, um, until next week. Um, have a good night and bye. Bye for now. Got it.
Oh God.